everyone. I am Akia Christina Richard, a student at Grand Canyon University in the course Stratification and Inequalities in a Diverse Society. In this video, I will be exploring stratification and inequalities in America, but also inequalities I have noticed within my own city, Los Angeles, California, the Golden State, and one of the biggest cities in United States today. This is one of the pictures where it is very heavily populated with people on a daily in Los Angeles. This is Hollywood and Highland. Big tourist attraction, Hollywood of the Stars. This is also Hollywood, the Hollywood sign, where also is a big tourist attraction, but also where lots of people come to hike, to get a view, get a good view of Los Angeles as well. This is a street in Los Angeles. Don't know exactly where it is, but I put it in because Los Angeles is known for its palm trees. Also, this is Griffith Observatory, also a place heavily populated daily with people of Los Angeles, where you can get a good glimpse and skyline view of Los Angeles downtown. And then this is downtown LA, where a lot of traffic on a daily, heavily populated with people, a lot of working class people, upper to middle class people. What will be explored and discussed? I will be showing images of social inequalities in my city, the current class system in the United States, its functions, benefits, and drawbacks, the social roles, positions, and class statics that impact social inequality, explains a form of class inequality associated with social institutions, theoretical perspectives to explain the social behaviors that perpetuate the inequality, measures for the social institution to implement to help elevate the class inequality. These are facts about Los Angeles. There are several districts in Los Angeles. I believe there's about 80 districts in Los Angeles, all populated with groups of people. They're split so that we're able to, basically get funding for each district, and each district has its own official person that runs it. There's district, I don't know exactly how many districts, but some of the cities are like Highland Park, Tarzana, Beverly Wood, my city, Leimert Park, the Palms, South Los Angeles, Reseda, Hollywood. There's 12.87 million people in Los Angeles today. 33% are of lower income class. 49% are middle class. And 17% are upper class. Out of those percentages, 14.2% are below the poverty line. This first image is in Echo Park, a homeless encampment. This image illustrates inequality because it shows that homeless population is being overlooked within society. Though there are a lot of funding and resources implemented to help with the societal issue, however, those funds are not allocated unilaterally. This second image is of one of the streets in lower income areas of Los Angeles. It illustrates that the streets in lower income areas are not as well maintained as those, as you can see, in the middle to upper middle class areas. Lots of areas of low income. There's a lot of deep potholes, unpaved, uneven roads, causing a lot of safety hazards for citizens. For the third image, when driving around Los Angeles in the lower income areas, you will notice that there are an array of fast food, unhealthy restaurants, opposed to when you go to areas of middle to upper class neighborhoods. Many of these neighborhoods, they have Chipotle, Sweet Green, even times they even have farmers markets, unlike areas of lower income class where you see McDonald's, Burger King. The next image is of liquor stores. There are a lot of liquor stores on every corner in the lower income areas of Los Angeles, opposed to those of middle to upper class. Next part, I will be discussing the class system in the United States. The American class system is typically divided into three layers: upper class, middle class, and lower class. In this, social classes are divided into groups based on similar social factors like wealth, income, education, and occupation. These factors affect how one is looked at in society. The current class system in the United States works as a measurement tool to determine whether or not the participants in the systems have reached a certain threshold. The class system works as a way to rank citizens based on economic performance and their overall economic situation. The benefits of this class system is that it allows for those who are like-minded and similar economically to trade and bargain with one another, thus creating a stronger economy. The drawback is that those who are only surrounded by like-minded individuals creates a one-sided worldview which can be detrimental to personal development as well as the well-being of society, as all classes must work together for society to thrive. Going to the next segment of this video, explaining a form of class inequality associated with a social institution. A form of social inequality associated within the social institution of society can be found in the lower middle class section of Los Angeles, known as South Central LA or South LA for short. In this section of Los Angeles, the relationship between those who live there and the police of patrol the neighborhood is very unstable. As crime rates are higher in this section of the greater Los Angeles area, there is an increase of police presence as well. This leads to those who live in this area to become subject to over-policing. This creating class inequality solely based on the social institution known as the Los Angeles Police Department, focusing more on low-income neighborhoods than upper middle class. Now, I will be touching on the theoretical perspective to explain the social behaviors that perpetuate the inequality. With the LAPD having a presumed uneasy reputation in the communities that they serve, this leads to those who are mostly affected by the police to not support or collaborate with the police. Thus, the American African community may see the police not as public servants, but more of a public nuisance. With things like the beating of Rodney King and the riots that followed, it is safe to say American Africans in Los Angeles have a history with the LAPD. These past grievances among the two social groups have created a perception of us versus them mentality, which leads to further inequality as the power dynamics have shifted towards the favor of the police. Lastly, I will suggest measures for the social institution that could be implemented to help elevate this class of inequality. Policing is an increasingly complex and often difficult task. With that being said, in order to undo the hundreds of years of neglect and abuse committed by both social institutions, with that being said, that the city must work to better their relationships with the communities. All police officers should have to take a course in African American history as well as history of violence in the area that they are policing. I think this will give them a greater insight on those that interact who they interact with daily. Also, I think those with a psychology background should be incentivized to join the police force, as I think part of policing includes a psychological aspect. Lastly, I think police officers should also have officers if another race or ethnicity as their partner, as I think it is human nature to gather with those who are like minded, which can create an echo chamber of misinformation, which will then create a negative schema about a particular person of group of people.